Hi there, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing two of my favourite things. What are your favourite things to do hobby-wise? Mine are crafting and baking, and today I'm going to be baking with one of my favourite flavours, and that's pumpkin. I love pumpkin. I love it in savoury dishes and I love it in sweet dishes. Today I'm going to be making a pumpkin bread, but it's more like a loaf cake type bread, so it's sweet. And I'm then going to be adding the recipe. It's a new recipe I'm trying. I'm going to be adding the recipe to my recipe planner, which I will share with you shortly. It's just a place where I collate all my favorite recipes all in one place, and I just make it look a little bit pretty as well. So you've got baking and you've got crafting today. So I really hope that you will enjoy this. I'm really excited to try this recipe. It says it's better than the Starbucks pumpkin bread, which I love. It's one of my favorite things to eat in the autumn. It's so good. It's a little bit gooey, it's a little bit sticky on top. It's just got those warm cinnamony pumpkin flavors. I love it so much, and it's so perfect with a fluffy cup of coffee. I'm using tinned pumpkin. I always use this. I always stock up on it in the fall time, in the autumn, and it's just really handy. I use it in soups, I use it in pies, I use it in cakes. It's one of those things that is really handy. I particularly love the Libby's. What I love about it the most, although it's tinned and I'm not a big fan of tinned things, the ingredients are part squash, part pumpkin. It is actually 100% natural, so I'm a big fan of this one. And I buy this particular one in Waitrose, but I think you can find it in more and more different places now. But I'm going to get on with the recipe. I will link the original recipe up below. I'm just going to change the method, how it's done, and fingers crossed it will work out fine. So just a couple of things about the recipe. I'm using sunflower oil, which keeps the cake really nice and moist and light, and pumpkin pie mix. I have bought the pumpkin pie mix in the States. You can, it's just a mix of spices. What does it actually say on here? Oh, it just says ingredients, spices including cinnamon and nutmeg. Tastes a little bit gingery. If you have a look for it on Pinterest, you will actually see you can find a little like recipe to show you how to mix up your own blend of spices. I'm also going to be adding a little bit more cinnamon and ground ginger into it as well. Now the recipe wants you to do things in stages. I'm throwing it all in one bowl and mixing, just to keep it really easy. There you go, everything's been thrown in at once and given a very good mix. And for the glaze to go on top of the cake, I've just mixed together a teaspoon of honey, quarter of a teaspoon of oil, and a third of a cup of sunflower pumpkin seeds. These pumpkin seeds are lovely and sticky. I'm going to pour the batter into the cake, and then these go on top. So I just wanted to show you the cake before it goes in. It was a little bit sticky fiddly popping those pumpkin seeds on. I ended up trying to spread them with my fingers actually, and I've done it that way. It now goes in the oven on 180 for about 55 minutes. So whilst that's in the oven, I'm going to go and create in my planner, in my recipe planner, and it will then be ready for when the cake comes out. So I'm really looking forward to making this, and I can't wait to try the cake. So this is my recipe planner. This is where I keep all my recipes that I either find online, or like this fluffy pancakes was given to me by a friend. I've got family recipes in here, but it's, in case you haven't seen it, I will link up below from when I made it. I haven't transferred over all my recipes quite yet. Some of them have a story, so I've included the story as well, but I do have a video of when I set this up, so I will link that up below for you. I'm going to be obviously adding the pumpkin cake here. So I've got pieces from the September kit. I've already taken the page out that I want to work on. I've printed photos. I've got the recipe that I've printed out, so that needs to be trimmed down, and I'm going to just use some papers from the kit just to cover up some bits and pieces and kind of layer and just make it look all pretty. When I'm creating pages like this, it really is just about adding layers. And I just really enjoy doing this kind of thing. It's really relaxing. Let's add I've torn this one a little bit. Let's add the doily. Doilies are so fiddly. Like that. I wanted to add my paper clip as well, and I wanted it to appear above the top of my planner. I thought that would look really cute. Let's pop that like that. I might actually add something else there. Got to decide how I'm adding my... Actually, I might do it on there. I think that would look really cute. Let's trim this down. I've got a really old ink pad, and just to add a little bit of colour around the outside, I'm just brushing the edges. I've placed a little bit of sticky on the back, and I'm going to pop it like that. I think that looks really sweet. And then I can add the photos down the bottom. It's coming together nicely now. I'm going to trim this paper down to use as well. I just think this is such a fun way to keep recipes. I love my Pinterest boards, I really do, but I like somewhere creative to have my recipes as well. And this just kind of feeds both my creative love and my baking love. What else can we put on there? Let's see. I'm just going to cut some of these chevrons out here and use these as embellishments. I think that will look really nice. And just kind of decorate a little bit with these. I can't wait to see how you use your kit. I will link up to the chat group below so you can see how other people use the kits as well. And I'll also do a link to the September kit as well, so you can go and have a look. It's a real cozy one. It really is. I'll link up the unboxing actually as well, so you can have a look and see what's inside. There we go. So that's my page. Lovely and easy, really quick, but it looks really sweet. And that's going to be so easy to find now in my book. I might actually pop that up a little bit higher, and then it can peep over the top. Really, really pleased with that. I'd love to know actually, how do you keep your recipes? Do you have a special folder for yours? Leave your comment below. I'd love to know. And that's the cake. It needed 50 minutes. Has gone a little bit goldeny on top. I guess that's from the honey. It had really, really risen, but it's sunken down a little bit now. Just go careful when you remove it from the tin though. I've cut the cake. It's amazing. It's so, so good. I love cake when it's warm as well. I'm glad I added the extra ginger and the extra cinnamon. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the crafty bit as well. Let me know how you keep your recipes. Things that you write down. Do you keep them online? Do you actually write them into a recipe book? Or do you have a planner, like a recipe file like me? I would love to know how you store your recipes. Thank you so much for watching today. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy baking as well, and if you enjoy crafting. Do you ever combine the two like I do? I think it's a really fun way to keep your recipes. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you very soon in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.